Please tell me your reactions to this quote from Upton Sinclair. Maybe you're familiar with this. It is difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it.
Oh, okay. That's a very interesting quote. Salary is one type of incentive, and I think that reputation is another type of incentive. Having a respectable career, making progress, being promoted, being recognizable, all of these are incentives. So if our incentives are misaligned with what we want to get, we will not really have the best outcomes. And there is probably some concern, and some people think that it's a major concern, that our incentives are not well aligned with what we want from science. So we are rewarding people for getting significant results, with the outcome being that 96% of biomedical papers claim significant results, most of which don't materialize.
Right.
We are rewarding people to come up with extravagant claims, with the effect being that most of these claims don't get replicated. We are rewarding people to not care about replication, because then they're considered to be me-too efforts and kind of low priority. So I think that possibly we could amend the current status by changing the reward and incentive system, and really placing emphasis on reproducible research, on high-quality work, on sharing, on translatable findings, as compared to just more significant, more extravagant, more extreme, more unusual results that may not necessarily be true.
There's a similar quote which you may have heard from the financial markets, where the quote goes something like, "In the short run, the market is a voting machine, but in the long run, it should be a weighing machine." And so, company can have a lot of hype and make a lot of money in the short run, but people in the long run tell whether they actually created value for their customers. And
of course.
Similar analogy.
And science clearly is a very long-term endeavor. And most scientific discoveries, they take a couple of decades to materialize into something useful, and sometimes even longer than that.
Sure.
And it's an endeavor that has no end. So if we just try to find something that will make us happy for this year, but forget about what will happen 10 or 50 or 100 years from now, this is not really aligned with what the scientific tradition has been.